Sponsored by rxcardclub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 85% on prescription drugs. rxcardclub.com. Disagreement on the court like pickleball, tennis clash, Exbulletin. 6 years ago this month, I was introduced to pickleball and wrote a story about how great it was. It seemed like the most positive, innocent thing you could imagine. Almost anyone of any age can play, and you don't need athletic ability to get started and have fun. Is it a sport, an activity, a game, or all or none of the above? Who cares? This combination of different sports similar to table tennis, where the players stand on the table, is fun and seemingly harmless. It definitely falls into the recreation category, and with its popularity increasing, the Honolulu Parks and Recreation Department acted accordingly and responded to demand by setting up more places for people to play pickleball, and the small size of the court made that easier than it could be. Would have been different. Of course, that was all too good to be true or to remain true for long. 6 years ago I had a nagging doubt. What about the tennis community? Wouldn't the rise of pickleball encroach on public tennis courts, of which there seems to have never been enough in areas where tennis is popular in Hawaii? I was then told everything was cool, the score was love. But I wasn't the only skeptic. Everyone could see that pickleball and tennis were on a collision course. Pickleball was coming on strong and tennis would hold. There weren't an excessive number of complaints when Parks and Rec started converting tennis courts to pickleball in areas where they weren't used much anyway. But the grumbling started after the pandemic as more people returned to play both. Although pickleball is similar to mini tennis, there are many more differences than the E-Trade commercial where one of the toddlers actually calls pickleball tennis for babies, but for adults. Some pickleball players are very competitive, and some tennis players are casual about their sport. But generally it's the other way around, and even though there are a lot of crossover players, the cultures are in conflict. Tennis players tend to be more involved in the competition, while pickleball is more like a social and boisterous gathering. The sound generated by a pickleball paddle hitting the plastic ball is disturbing to some tennis players. Coexistence is becoming increasingly challenging, and chalk-drawn pickleball lines on tennis courts are now potential battle lines. Recently, things came to a head at the heavily used Ala Moana tennis courts, where pickleball players formally requested that some of the courts be converted for exclusive use. Tennis players have taken a stand with their own petition. Pickleball players recently deployed their people in another situation to try to get working lights on the Keehi Lagoon courts. They think it's a nice building, but when the sun goes down, they are in the dark. There's pickleball at Aloha Stadium today as it celebrates its 45th anniversary.